Hey guys, so this week we're going to study the life cycle of a plant. Okay, so this is kind of showing you the different, the life cycle of a bean plant. So I want you to label these notes as the life cycle of a plant, and I will highlight what you write down, okay? So label these as the life cycle of a plant, and then day 0. Okay, so day 0, each seed contains a tiny new plant called an embryo, okay? That's all you got to write down. So you, at this day 0, you have not quite planted your seed, you just have your seed. Okay, the outside of the seed is called the seed coat, and a seed can remain sleeping or dormant for years as long as it stays cool and dry. So day 1 to 2, okay, during germination, the seed takes up water and swells until the seed coat cracks. Okay, so a day or 2 after you're planting and watering, the tiny seed germinates. So during germination, the seed is going to take up water. Okay, so it's got to, that seed, the plant inside the seed, okay, has to break through that seed coat. In order to do that, it has to take up enough water to break through that seed coat. In 2 to 3 days, all you need to write is the plant will receive its cotyledons. So what that means is it's going to have its cotyledons and its roots are going to start forming, and the cotyledons are not its true leaves, it's just the first leaves. So if you want to write under cotyledon, the first leaves of the plant. Day 4. So day 4, above ground, the plant reaches upward. Okay, the plant reaches upward for light. Okay, so the plant is going to now kind of stand up and reach for the light, so that way photosynthesis can start occurring. Alright, so days 5 through 13, above the ground, the true leaves, the stem, and flowers originate. So the true leaves, stems, and flowers are going to originate at the point at the very top of the plant. Okay, at the point at the very top of the plant. Each part emerges gradually, then it grows larger, and the new growth is measurable from day to day. Okay, at this point, when your plant gets its true leaves, then you can transplant your plant to somewhere else, okay? But you need to leave it until it gets its true leaves. Okay, and then continuing on in 5 through 13, the stems are going to allow food and water and minerals to move throughout the plant. So just write that underneath where you wrote the leaves, stems, and flowers originate at the point. So just write stems allow food, water, and minerals to move throughout the plant. Okay, the leaves are going to contain pores called stomata on their surface that allow the plant to breathe by uptaking carbon dioxide from the air and then expelling it through oxygen. That's when photosynthesis is going to occur. Okay, so the stomata will open and close. The stomata will close at night, so the plant won't photosynthesize at nighttime. A green pigment, okay, a green pigment called chlorophyll causes the leaves to appear green. And again, you can just write this under 5 to 13 days. Okay, so you will start to see that the plant will start to turn green, a darker green, so that because of the chlorophyll. Okay, it's going to capture that energy from the light. When CO2 and water are combined in the presence of light, the plant is going to make its own food called carbohydrates. Okay, so plant makes its own food called carbohydrates. Okay, this process is called photosynthesis. Okay, so the way you can write this is photosynthesis equals plant makes its own food called carbohydrates. And then days 14 to 20, okay, you're going to see the flowers bloom. Okay, at the growth tip, the new buds begin to form. Each bud is protected by 4 sepals, and all that does is protect the flower. That's what the sepals do. Once the flower opens, the sepals are hidden beneath, and you can see the sepals right here. The flower center, that you don't really have to write anything right here. Okay, nothing there. The bright yellow petals may catch your eye. and the eyes of insects. So you need to write that the purpose of the petals on a flower is to catch the eye of insects, okay? And hidden deep inside the flower are nectars. They're going to produce the nectar. The nectar is sweet and sugar-rich substance that insects love to eat. That's why bees and butterflies are attracted to them. And then days 21 through 40, as the seeds mature and ripen, the outside of the pistil swells and becomes, okay, so the seed pod or fruit encases several seeds, okay? And then the leaves and flowers slowly wilt and will fall off one by one. So then at days 21 through 40, waiting for water and warmth so that it can germinate into a new plant. So at this point, the flower has basically died, the seeds have fell to the ground, and the process starts all over again. Okay, so we went through this lecture. What I want you to do is take a picture of your notes and post them on the Canvas page so I know that you have them, because you'll need them for later on this week.